And your favorite besties are back for another episode of No Ma'am. I'm your host, Willie Will, and this is my co-host.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No Ma'am.
All right. So RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17 has given us drama, fashion, and more shade than a tree in Central Park. But did you catch everything? Today we are breaking down all things episode 10, the villain's roast. Now, a roast challenge, it gets a little tricky because you're always kind of threading that fine line between cutting deep and making it funny. So now, if you were part of a roast challenge, how well do you think you would have done?
I think I would go the route of accidentally being too mean and kind of
Okay.
flopping, honestly. I think I would cut too deep and then it just wouldn't be funny. The girls would be insulted. But I don't know. That's just me. I think that's what happened to me.
I don't know. I think I would probably be too cerebral. I think I would probably, or maybe be really deadpan. I wrote a few roast jokes about the podcast and about us. Okay, so here we go.
Oh God.
So
You didn't tell me this. I didn't prepare. I didn't write
I
anything.
did. Okay, so one of the jokes I put was No Man Podcast is like the RuPaul's Drag Race of reality TV. If it was messy, loud, and constantly reminding people just how iconic we were.
Go learn your music.
How about this one? Every time we talk about Drag Race, it's like work, Ru, but deep down, we're just waiting for Ru to text us. Like, sis, please come judge the next season. You've been doing the most for free for the longest.
Nurse. Ooh, nurse.
Oh, how about this? How about this? I know these are really bad because I was workshopping that. But y'all be talking about New York City like it's the Olympics. But honey, the only thing I'm getting a gold in is side-eyeing that hot-ass mess on the dance floor. Well, at least I tried.
Girl, you need a prescription because reading is not your strong suit.
Listen, but these are not reading. It's not like a reading challenge. It's a roast challenge. And so I would be really...
Then take
I
some
would probably,
cooking lessons, bitch.
yeah, I mean, roast is not my strong suit. But I would get up there really confident and
See,
sell it.
I feel like I would go out there and just be too mean. Like it wouldn't even be funny. I'd just be like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're a piece of shit, you're untalented. I feel like that's not you specifically. I'm just saying, like that's the way I
No,
would
yeah.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Yeah,
it'd be
I
funny.
mean, that makes sense. You could be like, Will, you're fat, period. Like, that seems to be like the things that the girls do on it. And it, for some reason, becomes like a fun moment. So,
True.
I don't know. That's what they do. But before we even get into the episode, comment below. Let us know what your roast
All
jokes
right, I
would
forgot
be.
we were recapping.
Right. Let us know what your roast jokes would be if you were in a roast. Comment below. Let's have fun in the
You can roast
comments. I
us in the
really want to see it.
comments.
You
Roast
can.
us,
We can take it.
please.
We can
Roast
take it.
us.
Yes. But please make the jokes really funny. Don't be like, oh my god, oh they're queens and they queen out. Oh my gosh. Or like Giovanni is Mexican. Oh,
I was just about to say that.
like
Unless you're Mexican, then you can make fun of me being Mexican.
yeah,
But
because
if you,
with this current administration, you really can't just talk about Giovanni being Mexican because that just racist.
oh my God, did I ever tell you about the time in high school where I ran during government class? We had this mock election, and I ran as president, was vice president. I don't remember. President, I think. I don't remember. But either way, the opposition couldn't make fun of me because I was the only gay kid in school. So if they said anything bad about me, they'd be like, oh, they're homophobic. So they literally couldn't say anything bad about me while I was dragging them left and right about everything. So I won because they can just shit against me because it'd be
It's a hate
homophobic.
crime.
Yeah,
It's a,
exactly.
it's a hate crime. All right, I love this for us. Okay, so now the episode starts off on the cusp of the elimination of probably the iconic of the season. Nah, she's not iconic to me, but iconic of the season, Corey King. And all the queens are sad, especially her lover, Lydia Butthole Collins, who kind of eliminated her on the last episode when we both said the
Kind of.
producers were producing.
No, they were. They fully were. We knew they were going to do that the first chance they got. Even the slightest chance they saw of being able to put them together in the bottom, they would have ran for it. They would have done all the editing possible to make sure they ended up in the bottom. And they did.
Yeah, because there was outfits on the runway that I didn't think Lydia's was that bad compared to some of the other queens.
Anya. Love
You
you,
said
Anya.
it.
But love you. But
You
girl.
said it. Well, and then we see that back on the couch, the girls are happy that Jules Sparkles have won her first challenge. But cut the camera pans to the right or the left, depending on how you was looking at the screen. And we see that Lexi Love is pressed because apparently her inner saboteur is telling her that she wasn't good enough to be to win the challenge. So she has she's feeling some type of way. it's just important because that kind of plays on in the rest of the episode. So I just wanna marinate that a little bit. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, she did
I
explain that it wasn't about Jules, but it was just more about her.
I felt like it was about Jules and she was just trying not to step on her toes and come off across as selfish or mean.
Okay.
Like it felt to me, it felt like it was about Jules, and she was just trying to make it sound like it wasn't about her, so the girls wouldn't go against her.
See
But that's just
that.
me. Yeah.
Right. I can see that. But then again, I don't know. I think it either
I
could be
just
her inner saboteur or it could be the fact that she was upset that Jules won the challenge.
I just feel like when you talk about your inner saboteur that much, you're just making excuses, girl. That's not your inner saboteur. You're just making excuses.
True. Accountability.
Yeah. And if it is your inner saboteur, like fucking fix that shit, bitch.
This is
Like if
true.
you were that aware of it, fix it.
I mean, that's the first step of recovering from the problem is admitting that you have the problem. So there we go. All right, so instead of Rue coming into the workroom, Michelle comes into the workroom and she lets the queens know that the Badunkadunk tank is back. But it's not how we think it is. Because at first I was like, child, another bitch is coming back.
I was kind of excited though, because it's been such a long time, at least on a regular season of Drag Race, that we've gotten a girl to come back into the competition like several weeks after being eliminated. So I kind of want it to happen again, honestly.
I didn't. I was like, we done saved too many chicks
I
already.
would be fine
They
with
need
them
to
doing
go.
it and then doing a double elimination that same episode.
Double elimination, though. We live for a double
Oh,
elimination. We love
exactly.
that.
Yeah. So like bring a girl back, double eliminate the same episode. So we don't
Good.
like lose traction of the competition.
True, we need a Honey Mahogany and Vivian Panay situation. We need that.
Yep.
It's been a long
We
time
do.
since the
And
girl's been
girl,
gagged.
and some girls needed it this season.
True, no shade. But that's not what it is. It's just Michelle getting revenge on the bitches dunking her the last couple
I
of
loved
times.
it. I loved it.
So
I love that she just dunked everyone.
literally, everyone gets dumped. No one was safe. Everyone gets dunked in the Badunkadunk tank. But I would say there was a missed opportunity for that to be like a mini challenge. You know, cut to season 5 with the iconic like water tank challenge in which Detox won. It's an amazing photo. And the reason why I say that is because Jules Sparkles, when she got dunked in the tank, she looked really
The way
good.
she was like about to swim up and then they cut off, I was so mad. I was so
Yes,
mad. That cutaway pissed me off.
that was a good cut of those toes. That toe was pointed, Joe. I was like, someone is studying. Make
Yes.
everything a moment. Everything is a moment.
Yes, fully. I feel like this was the way they got her to agree to do the badunkadunk tank. They were like, she was like, fine, I'll do it. But I'm gonna get to dunk all the girls afterwards.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
I also love that she dunked what's his name?
Joey.
What's-
Joey. Joey Nofi. Yeah, Joey Nofi.
Okay, yeah, well I like that she dunked him too. That was funny.
I mean, he is the queen that always does the Entertainment Weekly section on RuPaul's Drag Race.
I don't recall right now.
Shade. Oh my gosh. Okay. But back in the workroom, Michelle lets the queens know that the Maxi Challenge is none other than the villain's roast, in which the queens need to roast some of the best Drag Race villains, like Mistress Isabelle Brooks.
Of the later seasons. Of the later seasons.
I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I think these is probably some of the best Drag Race villains that we've had on the show.
Giagon, Raven.
I don't know. I don't think they were villains. Like Mistress Isabelle
Giagon
Brooks,
was
Plain
absolutely a
Jane,
villain.
and Kandy Muse, those are villains.
Giag
Gia Gunn
Giag
was just a cunt. No
Giagon
shade,
All Stars
sis. We love
4
you,
was a
sis.
villain.
Now, okay, Gia Gunn, All Stars 4 was a villain, yes.
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, I
oh,
would
you
have
know
loved to
what?
see Giagon on this.
You know what? That just actually just gave us some inspiration for the next, maybe, No Man podcast episode. The most iconic
What?
villains of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, girl. Ooh, if y'all want that episode, comment, sound off. I'd
I
love to
think
do that.
so. I think that would be a good one. I think we could rank them. Who you think is the best Drag Race villain?
Ooh, and should we take it international? Because there's been some good ones international too.
We can take it. I mean, this is a podcast. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, I'm thinking true.
Like, if we gonna do it,
Why not?
we could do whatever. But
Ooh,
who would
yeah.
it be?
I mean, we can't give it away now.
I mean, my number one would probably get us canceled because she's canceled. That's my number one. Yes, and she's a winner. I think she's the number one Drag Race villain, in my opinion.
I think it's Gia.
She has a close second for me.
Because I mean, girl, we're digressing.
Or we
Back to
could
the
say
episode.
Shangela, but if you know, you know.
Cherry pie,
Yeah, sure, bye. That's a whole separate category.
soju.
Okay, But the queens, they have to roast iconic villains such as Mistress Isabelle Brooks. Oh my god, I sound like I can pronounce the girl name. Plain Jane and Kandy Muse. And
Girl, need a
so
Clarieti.
you need a canary, yes. And so because Jules Sparkles won the previous Maxi Challenge, she gets to pick the roast order. So now, in a roast, is the order important?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I think it's only as it matters as much as you allow it to. Like obviously, yes, like the girls can try to trip you up and maybe put you behind somebody really strong when they know you're not the strongest comedian or something like that. But at the end of the day, if you're funny, you're funny. You're gonna be funny no matter what placement you get. Like we've seen it
Right.
before, where like funny girls will follow each other consecutively and we'll have a great roast, and then we've seen other instances where it's like four funny girls in a row and it's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
So ultimately, no, I don't think placement truly matters. What truly matters is what you deliver.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I think your set is your set, regardless of where you go, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think the order matters. But
I think
apparently, to some of the queens, it does.
who was it that said that? I think it was it Susie or was it
No,
Anya?
it was Anya.
Anya? I think they both said it at some point. I think maybe one said it during the talk, one said it. I don't know. I think it was Susie that was like, ultimately your placement in the set does not matter. I think it was Susie.
It was Anya and
Yeah.
Untuck. She goes, your
No,
set
I
wasn't
no,
going to
but I
change.
think but I think Susie said it while they were getting ready, like in the
Oh, probably.
confessional.
Yeah. No, she
Uh,
also probably said that
yeah,
too. It sounds like
yeah.
it's something that Susie did. But I know that Anya was like, your set wasn't going to change regardless of where you was at. Like, your
Oh,
set wasn't
fully.
going to change.
No.
But apparently to some of the queens, it does matter. And so Jules, she is the Robin Hood of drag, her words, not mine, said, went around the table and asked all the queens what order would they like what position would they like in the roast. And so because she is, the one that has the power to do the roast order, she takes all this in consideration. So she goes back, she, deliberates, she writes down her notes, she comes back with the roast order. So the order goes, first is Anya, then it's Ariete, then Jules, Lana, Sam, Lydia, Susie, and then last but not least, it's Lexi. But this is met with so much anger and disdain that it goes on for majority of the episode
Majority,
with,
girl. It goes on till the end of On Top.
you are absolutely right.
Girl, it took up the whole episode.
It was the episode. This
Yeah.
overpowered and overshadowed the whole entire episode was the drama around the roast order. Now, mind you, for context, Lexi did say she would like to go last. Anya said she wanted to go either second or third. Susie said she either wanted to go first or she wanted to go last. And Ariete said that she would like to go in the middle because the roast is not her thing. She gave Lexi what she wanted.
Yeah. But she was pissed. Girl, when she found out she was going after Susie, she was pissed. She's like, how could you do that to me? Yada yada yada. And I mean, Ariadne was pissed too. She's like, I thought we were friends. How could you do that to me? That made no sense. Girl,
I was trying to figure it out. Giovanni, the whole entire episode, I was trying to be on the side. You know how, like, obviously, I love to play devil's advocate, right? Like, try to find some sense of what the other person is feeling because I never want to invalidate someone's feelings. But at the same time, I could not think of anything to be on the side of Lexi and Ariete.
I could a little bit for Ariadne, just a little bit. When she was like, you purposely put yourself after me. But based on what we've seen off of previous roast placements and the way that the girls will usually do the placements, is they'll do strong week, strong week, strong week. So in that sense, I did get it a little bit where Ariadne could have felt like, oh, so she's saying I'm one of the weak ones. But I don't think it was enough to justify her disgusting behavior.
Yeah, but I also look like I added it like this, right? Jules won the last Maxi Challenge. This is the competition. Jules is like, I got entrusted to make the roast order, which I need to put myself in like the best position
Oh, no,
because
fully.
that's why they gave me that's why they gave this to me.
Oh no, I agree completely. I agree completely. Like at the end of the day, it's not RuPaul's best friend race. Like we're here to win $200,000 online. Like Lexi said, like it's $200,000. Like I'm gonna do what I need to do to make sure I make it to the end. Plain and simple. Like I don't care if we're close. I don't care if we're kai-kaiing on the side. Like I'm gonna do what I need to do to get my ass to that top four.
Yes. I mean, what, and then so Ariete's like, oh, but like you did this, like, and you're not my friend. And this is why I think sometimes the queens get a little confused when it comes to being friends in a competition, but still understanding it as a competition at the same time. At the end of the day, it's a competition. Friends or not, if y'all was both in the top two, one of y'all was winning.
Yeah. We're
One of
not
y'all
having
gonna
a
win.
We're not having a repeat of season of All Stars 4. Like, it's not gonna be a
No, that's
tie,
not
girl.
happening. Right? Like
No,
one of y'all is winning, and no shade, but y'all not like Trinity and Monet. Like y'all, there's no justification for the tie. like,
no, at all, at all.
like no shade. So the friend stuff, I don't understand it, and because it is a competition at the end of the day, we have drag family members. You have Sam and Jules from the same drag family, and they're still playing the game.
Yeah,
Like it's not personal, and that's why I don't understand. And then we have Lexi, on the other hand, comparing herself to Susie Toot. Out of all the queens in the competition, no shade to Susie, but Lexi and Susie are two totally different drag queens. To me, and this
complete
is
opposite.
and this is from the outside looking in. It may be different in the competition, you're in the pressure cooker of the situation. But from the outside, Lexi's drag is so different from Susie's drag.
Oh, completely. Like, there's no comparison, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but like, she should not be comparing herself to Susie at all.
Not at all.
They do completely different things. Like,
No. Like,
why?
she's not going to do Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors. Like,
You don't even know
no.
Audrey.
She's not going to do the Iron Maiden. She's not going to do that on the runway. Like these references that Susie's bringing on the runway, Lexi's not bringing that. That's not Lexi's brand, right? And so the fact that her inner saboteur is telling her that she's not good enough and she's comparing herself to Susie Toot is so confusing to me. Because if anything, I would have understood her try to compare herself to Anya Nerve. Because Anya is literally killing the competition. They're both
Yeah,
around the same age, right? Like that to me would
they're
make
both
more
like
sense.
as they said, they're both like the mothers of the competition.
The auntie grandmas, they're a little rough around the edges, right? They come from like same kind of similar backgrounds, having to be different, growing up, school of hard knocks. To me, it would make more sense if she said her inner saboteur was trying to compare herself to Anya, but you want to compare yourself to the musical theater nerd and Susie Toot? That don't make no sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But I mean, we don't know what's going on in their heads in that situation. But from the outside looking at it, it just doesn't make no sense.
No, and I was trying to figure out the whole situation. And then to me, I felt like this was like the shade and the anger towards Jules. I just think it was misplaced. Like they were more upset about their like not being confident in the Rose challenge, and they needed to put that and place blame on someone else. And it was just easy to place blame on Jules. But at
Yeah,
this
I feel
time, Jules is not trying to do this out of malicious intent.
at all. And she tried to apologize so many times and tried to clarify the situation. I felt so bad for her. The whole episode, I felt so bad for her. I was like, oh, poor Jules, she don't deserve that. Like, she's the
Not at
sweetest
all.
one there. She does not deserve
Yes.
that. She was not trying to be malicious. She was not trying to
No.
throw them under the bus. She was just doing what was asked of her. This episode really won me over in that I need Jules and Anya to be the top two. Fuck everyone else. I'm sorry. Not Sam, though.
Listen,
Not Sam. I like Sam. I like Sam.
Jules, right. Jules was not being malicious, but Arietti, on the other hand, was. When they were doing the rehearsal and going over the jokes, and she took it upon herself to steal her jokes. Your friend didn't put her after you to be mean. It's a competition. But you stealing her jokes, which
That
you
was
knew
malicious. That
was
was
going to,
ill-intended.
yes, when you knew that was going to trip her up, was malicious.
That was 100% villain behavior. Like, unjustified villain behavior.
And I'm sorry, but it's nothing that somebody can tell
And
me.
I
That's what
think,
made me feel different.
first of all, I would have had a soccer bitch. Steal my jokes. Bitch, I'm running up on that stage. I'm grabbing the mic. I'm not just letting that slide. Like, bitch, you stole my fucking jokes. Like, Ru, put us in the bottom right now. Let's go. Fuck everyone else. But I also think it speaks to Jules' behavior or character that she didn't bring it up. Like, obviously, she brought it up in the confessionals, but she didn't bring it up on the stage during the critiques. She didn't bring it up backstage and untucked. She knew it happened, but she didn't bring it up.
No.
Um, so I think that
Yeah.
just speaks a lot to like Jules' maturity and character.
Yeah. Apparently, in an interview that she did, were like that. Not Jules did, but I think Jules told Susie. So Susie she knew that Ariel just already stole Jules's jokes. But in the interview, Susie said that Jules didn't want to bring it up because if Ariel was going home that day, she didn't want that to be her narrative. And I was like, that's a friend.
That Jules.
That's a friend.
Yeah. That's a girl's girl. And
That's a
Arietta
friend.
showed her true ass with the way she left.
She did. She did. I didn't like that at all.
No, me
This
neither.
it's one thing like, and
That
it's
is
so
that is not a good telenovela villain.
No, it was not. And you know what bothered me? So I was obviously on Twitter and reading the comments and whatnot. And so people were like, oh, well, Ariete stealing Jules's jokes is just like Anya stealing the trim from
No,
Jules.
no, because I don't think Anya did it out of malicious intent. Like in Anya's defense, she was like, "Well, you still could have used it, girl. Like we both could have used it. Like you know."
Yeah.
Uh,
And so the Queens was like, well, I don't understand why everybody's getting upset with Ariete because she made great television, and yet no
no, it
one
was
was like
fantastic
upset,
television.
and nobody was upset about Anya stealing the trim from Jules.
I was upset, girl. I was upset. Rewind the footage. I was upset. But I think the difference is in the reasoning behind it. Like, I don't think Anya did it with malicious intent. Ariadne clearly did it to throw her off her game and try to get her in the bottom. And she said it herself. She was like, oh,
Yes.
she wants to play a game. Like, I'll play a game. I've seen her
Yes.
jokes.
And then in the interview that Ariete did, she said she would do it again.
Oh,
Listen, I love a bitch that's gonna stand on it. 10
I mean,
toes
yeah,
down.
no, hopefully, hopefully,
Like,
hopefully. If
love
you're
a
gonna
bitch
be a
that'll do
bitch,
that.
be the bitch.
Listen, own it.
Like, don't be no who was that diabetic trying to take all the shit back after and crying about like, oh no, I didn't say that, I didn't mean that. No, own it. So yay.
Like,
I really hope we get a reunion this season.
oh my gosh, it would be an amazing reunion. The
It
last
would be
reunion we
so
had, I
good.
think, was what, season 14?
Yeah, and that was a good one
That
with
was a good
Jasmine
one.
and Daya going at it.
Jasmine completely owned that reunion.
Yeah, yes. Oh my
Like,
God, Jasmine.
completely owned that reunion. But let us get into the roast. Who were
All
some of
right.
your standouts?
Obviously Anya. I don't think Susie was that bad. I think Susie had some cute jokes in there. Donna surprised me. Like surprised me. I was like, you got a personality, girl? Okay. And Little B Collins, obviously. Same thing. I was like, oh, maybe Corey was just a distraction this whole time. You should have dumped his ass a long time ago.
Not dumb.
But I thought overall it was an okay roast, and I think the girls who did good really like did their best to kind of save it. And even the girls that were doing like really bad, like there were funny moments in it. Like for example, Ariadne flopping, like she wasn't funny at all. But what was funny was the villains coming back at her and be like, "Girl, you need to go learn your music."
Yeah. Arietta's roast was probably the worst
Ever,
roast we've ever.
ever,
It was bad.
ever. And we've seen some really bad ones, girl. The fact that you did even worse than Pheromone, girl,
It was bad.
it was
Yes.
bad.
You know, my favorite out of the whole entire roast was Lana Jarre. Lana had
That slave.
that was my favorite, like, that was my favorite set. And no shade, I honestly thought Lana should have won this challenge. And I'm gonna tell you why. So when Lana said, Plain Jane, sister, how are you today? And Plain was trying to say it, and she was
Yeah,
like,
I don't give a fuck.
I actually don't give a fuck. That's brilliant.
No,
Lana, brilliant.
I think her best joke was when she was introducing Sam, and she was like,
She said, the next queen, she owns the stage, much like her family owns my ancestors. When I tell you,
"Listen, I live for a race joke that's actually funny."
sending me, that sent me, okay?
And then
Sent
Sam's
me.
rebuttal.
Now, Kandy Muse is so dumb, period. It was the
I
delivery of that joke that was funny to me.
Yes, but I just feel like those are kind of like outdated, basic
It is.
jokes.
It's a basic
But the
joke,
delivery was funny.
but
The
the
delivery was
delivery,
funny.
and then it was her, right? And she goes, Plain Jane is so white. She's not racist because she's a black friend. Corey King. That was also funny. Like, it was the fact that it was coming from Lana, and this whole entire season, we really didn't get Lana to come out of her shell, right?
No.
And the fact that we got Lana to come out of her shell on the roast challenge,
Right before
I
she's
thought was
about to go
great.
home.
You always say that, and every time Giovanni says that, the girl always goes home. Like, so let's not put that on our good, says Lana, because we need to represent New York City. We can't put
I
her.
mean, yes. I'm okay. I am manifesting Alana top six. Top six. I don't want her higher than that. Top six is a good New York City representation.
Oh my gosh, she could at least be top five. The fifth queens are always iconic.
True. I wouldn't mind Alana top five if she
Okay,
continues this progression that she's had.
okay. And you know, Lydia's roast, I don't know. I love the deadpanness of it, but I didn't think it was that funny.
I think it. Mm, mm,
I think the funniest joke to me, I know the bitches was going up for the oscillating flan,
I
but
didn't
that
think that was
wasn't
that
my
funny.
favorite joke. My
No.
favorite joke was, Mistress, I'm honestly surprised you could be on Drag Race, bitch. You're not racing anyone. I thought
I was trying to
that
remember who said that. I could not remember who said that.
I thought that was the funniest joke though. Because she was like, bitch, you're not racing anyone. It was the delivery of her looking directly at the camera and saying, Mistress, you're not going anywhere.
No, you know what my favorite joke was of the night? This might be a little controversial, or I don't know. I don't know how people really felt about it. Was Anya's introducing Ariete, where she was like, "This next queen has the comedic timing of a cancer diagnosis." I died. I was dying. I don't know. I just thought that was so funny because it's so
What?
unhinged. It's so
I was
unhinged.
like, I thought that was as funny as bless your heart,
Disease.
disease. That was cute. I thought that was a little bit more funny than the cancer patient one.
No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe because I've had family members that had cancer, so it's like for me, it's like
Okay, yes.
laughing
You're
away the
in on the
trauma,
yeah, you're
laughing
in
away
on
the
the
trauma.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I thought that was really funny when she was like the comedic timing of a cancer diagnosis, and you saw the girl were like, "Did you say that,
And at the end of the day, there was no shade because she did.
girl?
Like,
Girl,
it was bad.
it was bad."
I just yeah. The fact that Mistress had to tell her to go learn the words.
That was hilarious to me. I think that was the funniest part of the whole roast when she was like,
Yes,
"Go learn your words, girl," and Plain Jane
go
be
learn the
like,
words.
That was the villain of the season."
That was, and then Lydia gagging Plain Jane with the jizz is still in my stomach.
I was not ready for that, girl.
No one was. Not even
I was like,
Plain. No one was. No
I was
one.
not
Not even Plain. I've never seen Plain so gagged. Plain was gagged.
much like Lydia was the night before.
Literally, yes.
Yeah.
But I think it was maybe it was the editing. They did that weird edit with Sam, which I think they gave her like 10
I
seconds.
was
So weird.
confused.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's two reasons they could have done that. One, she wasn't as funny as they said she was, and they needed to justify her being in the top three. Or two, she was way funnier than any of the other girls and needed to edit her out to justify Lydia winning. I
I
feel like
think it was
that's
the
the
second
only
one.
reason. I do too. I do too, because just off of those few jokes that we got from her, I thought they were really funny.
And also the critiques of the judges. It
Oh
made it
yeah, they
seem
were
like she
living for
was
her.
way more funnier than what she was.
But I was so confused. Like I felt like she went on stage. I looked down to text her, and when I looked back up, like she was gone. And I was like, that was it.
Yes.
Like she said like
I
two
think they
jokes.
I honestly think they did that to justify the fact that because Lydia's outfit was not short shorts. And we're gonna get into that, but like, no.
No, yeah, I think it was definitely the second one where I was like, they needed to edit her out to justify Lydia taking that way.
Right. Yeah, because the girls have probably been like, what happened?
Also, how do you? I mean, I guess I mean, everybody knows because they've seen it. Uh, we'll bring it up later, actually.
Okay. So now let's get into the runway. So the category is who wears short shorts. And no shade, this was a horrible runway category.
Absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
this was a horrible runway
There was some
category.
good looks. There was some good looks, but overall, as a whole, this should not have been a category.
To me, it was left up too much into for like up for interpretation. It just was the prompt was who wears short shorts. Like I need specifics. I need like a reference. I need something so that I can get into the looks. Because if you just give me a like a vague prompt like who wears short shorts, it could be anything. And these queens, mm, so the first queen was on your nerves. And I don't know why I said on your nerves, as if she's like on my last nerves, but it's just Anya with one nerve, so it's on your nerve. And no shade, love Anya, but this look was a no ma'am. I
What,
did not like it at
bitch?
all.
What? The way I almost gave this an over. This is a full yes man for me. I just think this is so campy and so like urban, which is exactly what we've come to expect from Anya Nerve. Like this is fully her. But I think it's just so funny and so campy. Like she said, "Bitch, I'm gonna wear short shirts, and the shorts are gonna be like all the way up to my titties." I just thought that was really funny and a really funny interpretation.
I just didn't like the nude illusion and it was taking me out.
Oh no, the Little Illusion was not that great, but I really, really enjoyed the idea of it, where she's like, my shorts are gonna be so short, they're gonna reach my fucking titties, bitch."
Yes, and then she zipped it down and she had like
Yeah.
the bra on. Like, yes, in theory, great idea, great concept. But the nude illusion was taking me out.
Oh
And
yeah,
I just
no,
was
and I
like, I
didn't like
could
that you could
not get
see the
into it.
corset. I didn't
Yes.
like that you could see the boning. Yeah, no, I agree with that. But I just think I love denim. First of all, you know I love that. I live for a denim look. I just love Anya and the way she sold it.
I don't think anybody has top. this year, oh well, last year, just in recent years, I don't think anyone has topped Nikita's denim look that she made.
That was amazing.
If we're gonna talk about denim look,
That
that
was
one when you said
amazing.
I love denim, I just had to give our good sis Nikita a shout out because I don't think anyone has been able to top that. And yes, it's off
No.
tangent and
I
off
mean,
the cuff,
there's,
but like literally,
I mean,
that
there has
look
only
was
been a couple
amazing.
months since we've gotten that look, though.
True.
It
True,
literally has
true.
only been like 2 months. And if you don't know who we're talking about, go watch Drag Race Down Under, or if you don't want to watch that, just go watch a recap of Drag Race Down Under. We recapped all the episodes.
That part. Next was Arietti. And you know, I realized I've been calling her name Arietti the long Ari. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I
Are
think
you
I
ready?
pronounced her name. I think I pronounced her name the whole entire season wrong. Is it Arietti or is it Arietti?
I think it's Are You Ready?
I think so. And I've been saying,
I think it's supposed to sound like Are You Ready?
"Are you ready?" Yeah,
Yeah.
but apparently it's a movie. Her name is from a movie. Yes. Anyways,
She did
well,
say that.
she's
She did say
next.
that. Yeah. So from
She's
some anime, I
next.
think.
Yes. And this is a no man for me. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it.
Me
I
neither,
didn't like it
honestly.
at all. I didn't like it at
I
all.
think
I
this
was
is our
so
only no ma'am of the season.
second
So
one. We
well,
gave her another one. I think it was the silver one that she had. That was a no man with the hands. We didn't like that.
oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't like this. I didn't like the shorts. I don't like the color. I don't like the material. I don't like the lining of the inside of the cape. I didn't like the silhouette, and I did not like the headpiece or the glasses, or the shoes. My bad. Sorry. Anyway,
I thought the shorts looked like diapers. They looked
ah, they're
like
so puffy.
they looked like diapers to me. Like Depends. You know when like older people they wear like the little Depends because they always have accidents.
Hmm.
That's what it looked like.
I can see that. I can see
Like
that's shady.
bloomers.
That is
Like
shady.
I didn't like it at all. And she thought she was eating. She thought
She did.
she thought she was eating. And no shade, but like I was just like, no
The only
ma'am.
thing she ate was some
No
fucking
ma'am.
prunes, bitch.
I mean that's why she wore the diapers.
Exactly that.
Um Next up was Jules Sparkles. I didn't like this either. This was a no ma'am for me.
This is a meh for me. I think she looks really cute. I just don't think it fits the category.
What
Like
was
this did not
that?
this does not give me shorts to me. This felt like she just got it from a different outfit and just didn't wear the bottom. Like it felt incomplete. Like it didn't feel like a completed look to me.
Confused.
Yeah, it's a mess for me. I don't know,
And
man. Just a mess.
I didn't want to give her a no ma'am because you know I adore Jules. Like I adore Jules. But like this one was just a no ma'am to me. I don't know why it didn't fit the prompt. I felt
It
like
did
it
not
was
fit the
out of
prompts.
place. I just didn't get it. You know, to me, honestly, when this happens in some episodes, it always reminds me of like when an outfit, like you wanted to wear a different outfit, but then you're like, oh, well, I'll just wear this because it may like the other outfit didn't work out. And that's
Hmm.
kind of what I got from this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this like it's an incomplete look, and I just feel like she just maybe took the bottom part off and called it a day.
Probably because I was
Yeah.
confused. And then Michelle was like Marie Antoinette. This was not Marie Antoinette.
No, she just thinks anything with like a corset and like a bodice and like puffy sleeves and big hair is Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, yeah. Which I mean, the girls were shading her online though. They was like, "This was not Marie Antoinette. She needs to get her Marie Antoinettes together." All that they was shading Michelle. You know, it's so funny to see like the how the times have changed with the girls dragging not the girls like the queens, but like the girls like the fans drag Michelle now with her comments. They're not putting up with her shit no more.
Which is funny because if they watch the previous seasons, Michelle was unhinged.
And
Like
so I just find
she
it
made
to
her
be
door
funny.
quit, girl. Like she was unhinged before, and that's when she stopped being so mean. Once she made her door quit, I don't know if the producers
Yeah.
went and said something to her. I don't know if it was RuPaul, but after that, she was never the same.
No, but the fans is over Michelle's shit. They like she need to stop saying these dumbass comments. It's like, oh my god, tell me how you really feel about her. It's crazy. Next up, we have Lana Del Rey, and this was a soft man for me.
This was a no, ma'am.
I actually really enjoyed the look because I got the reference right away. Obviously, Naomi Campbell. I just wanted it to be more drag.
That and it wasn't even a good Naomi Campbell recreation. This is a no fucking man for me. This is a Jova. I don't like this at all. Mm-mm.
I
It's
liked
just
it.
too basic. It's too basic. Like I feel like I could go to any like store around me and just get this exact same outfit. It's not drag. It looks good. It's not drag.
I mean, it's drag. It's just wet seal, but it's drag. You know, all drag is valid, and she's very like pedestrian. Which it was the red MAGA hat that she was wearing. Which
That also, that was a choice.
like that was a choice. Like she could have got it in a different color, but she had to wear the red MAGA hat. You know, it's crazy. Anytime we wear a red hat, we automatically assume that it's MAGA. It's
Oh yeah, fully,
crazy. They
fully.
done fuck that shit up for everybody.
I know, bitches.
But I wish, like, there is looks that you can make referential. Like, I'll look, who did a referential look that was from Bob the Drag Queen? Bob the Drag Queen as Madonna when they did like the runway of the Thousand Nights of like a thousand Madonnas.
Oh shit.
She did like the what was that? The Girl Scout look.
Yeah, but see, I felt like that was a
That
little
was
more
drag.
draggy. Yeah,
Yes, Lana could have done that with the Naomi Campbell look, and
yeah.
that's really what
This
I wanted. Like, yes. So next up was Sam Starr. I thought this was a yes ma'am for me. I was living for that ponytail. There was something about that anal
I
bead ponytail that was giving me everything I needed. And I don't even like anal beads because I ain't never going over here. But like I was like, oh, I don't do that. That's crazy. I mean, I'll do
mm,
it if it was on somebody else. But
mm,
it's just not coming
mm.
my way.
Mm.
I'm okay. Like, no. But I digress. I was really feeling that whole entire look. It was so gay, but it was also really campy. And I was like, she doesn't even know how to hold the football. She's so gay. I thought that was great.
Yeah, no. This is Joy J the house down. I live for this. I like this. This was a yes, man. It was cute.
It was a cute look.
I really
Yes,
like
it
the
was
color
really
scheme.
cute. Yes, she dragged up this outfit, which was great. Next up, we had Lydia Boho Collins. This was a no ma'am. And
I
honestly,
didn't get
I didn't
it.
get it.
Which I mean is a running theme with Miss Butthole. No, ma'am.
It was a no, ma'am. I didn't get it. Was it like plastic surgery gone wrong? And the only thing that was left was her shorts, the skin on her shorts. So she was technically naked, but like the skin like burnt off of her, and it just left like a tan line on her like butt.
If you need to explain your runway that much, it's not good.
And then the skin was coming off. It was a lot. It reminds me of Texas Chainsaw Massacre mixed with the Human Centipede.
Not in a good way, girl.
I mean, was it anything that's good with Leatherface?
I know the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, girl.
Oh,
I think if there's a horror runway, you could do a really good Texas, like a good Leatherface look. Like you could
yes,
do
Lawrence
like
Chaney did it.
exactly, yeah. See, oh yeah. I was about to say like bedazzle that shit the fuck up. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Um, yeah. This is not it.
You're right. The next up was Susie Toot. And this is a soft man for me. I liked that it was short shorts. It was like pantaloons. I don't know why I said that like that. But I
Cantaloo,
don't know why I said
Kangaroo.
that. But it was giving me very much that. I liked it. This was a referential piece that to me made sense. I like thought it was very on brand for Susie Toot. I liked it.
It was a meh for me. I just really didn't like the pattern of the bodice. I don't know. It was weird to me, and I think the pattern gave her a weird shape or made it look weird.
It did. I
Yeah,
can see
so
that.
meh,
Yes.
meh.
And then last but not least, we had Lexi Love. And this was a meh man for me. I
What?
don't I didn't like it. I thought
I
it was
love this.
it
I
was
love
it
this.
was
This was the yes man for me. Yeah,
I
but
expected
still
it.
a yes man for me. I like that she repurposed the wig from last week into this look. I think. I don't know. It looked really similar. Yeah, that or she has several rainbow wigs. But I really like this. I like how kind of deconstructed and um kind of gritty it was. I don't know. I really like this, and of course the way she walked the runway was amazing. And I want that train. It'd probably get
I
caught in everything, but I want it.
just wanted more.
I mean, I like
Like you
this.
can't give
This
me a
yes, man. For
Sasha Kobe inspired look, which it was. To me, that's what it reminded me of. Like Sasha Kobe was great. And then this one, I wanted more from Lexi Love.
I mean, I like this.
This runway was very disappointing to me.
It was as a whole, it was, but I also just don't think it was a good runway category.
It wasn't. It was not. But based on
You-
the judges' critiques, we have Sam Starr, Lana Jarre, and Lydia Butthole Collins in the top. And that means that Jewel Sparkles, Lexi Love, and Ariete are in the bottom. Do you agree? You didn't sound too confident.
I mean, there's so few queens left. Like, yeah, I think this is the right one. Yeah,
Somebody has to be in the top and somebody has to be in the bottom.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we find
Hmm.
out that Lydia Butthole Collins wins her first challenge.
That I don't agree with.
Who do you think should have won?
I think we should have gotten to see Sam's full roast, or at least more of it, so we could have decided. Because I feel like it probably could have gone to her. And I don't know if this is a controversial take or not. I just feel like giving the win to Lydia is a waste of a win because we know the bitch is not going much further. I'm sorry, she's not. Like we pretty much at this point know who the top five is, and she's not in that. I'm sorry, but like I feel like giving it to one of those girls who's not in that, it's just kind of a waste when you could be creating a better storyline for the other queens. Like you could have given it to like Anya or Sam and make them the clear front runner, and then create more drama for them. Or you could
Hold
have
that thought. Hold that thought. Because I'm going to pose a question. And it is,
okay.
I love where you're going with this, but hold that thought. So we learned that Lydia wins her challenge, her first challenge after being safe and in the bottom. And then the bottom two is Ariete and Jules Sparkles. And they lip sync to Yaya by Beyonce off of the Cowboy Carter album. What did you think of the lip sync?
Most homophobic lip sync I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Like, how do you do that to Beyonce? I'm sorry. Like, this is a song. This is like a song that we needed like two girls that can buck the house down to. Like, this is a song we needed the flips, the splits, the tricks, like all the whole nine yards. We needed like Anya on this. We needed Lexi on this. Maybe even Lydia, honestly. Like, I feel like they would have done really good with the song. Ariete and Jules, love them. Well, love Jules. Ariete, I'm still decided. But like, I feel like this song was not for them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't like the lip sync. I thought the lip sync was meh.
Yeah.
It was weird to me. I felt disconnected from the lip sync. But all in all, Jules Sparkles wins and Ariete is eliminated. So back to your thought, right? So currently we have three queens with two wins. So that's Sam, Anya, and Susie Toot. And we have three queens with one win, and that is Jules, Lydia, and Lexi. So should we have a clear front runner? Or should they continue to spread out these wins like they're
I
doing on this season?
I like to spread out wins, but when it makes sense. Again, we know Lydia, and I'm sorry, but Lana are not going to go much further
That's based on the
based on
talent that we currently
storylines,
have on the yeah.
based on the storylines, based on the talent we currently have, like based on a lot of different things, based on the edit even. Like these girls have faded into the background. So I feel like they're not going anywhere. I mean, sorry, I feel like they're not going much further. As for who like the fifth place queen will be, I think there's like several queens that could fall into that category. But I feel like we should be dividing the wins into those five girls to just make the whole vibe more interesting.
I don't know.
Like I
I
said,
think I like a clear front runner. Like at this point, I want one of them to be dominating. I want one of them to have more wins.
see, but then that kind of goes back to what I said. They could have given it to Sam or Anya and made one of them the clear front runner
I think they should.
rather than giving it to somebody who will probably be going home next week or the week after.
Yes, I think one of those, like honestly, I think one of these queens should become the clear front runner of the season, right?
I
Because
think
I think that's what makes really great TV.
I think the clear front runner based on the edit is Anya.
Statistically, yes.
But statistically and based on like they're really painting her out to be like the mother, but like the good mother, as to like Lexi's kind of while that was the edit she was getting originally, she's been kind of like letting her own self get in her own way. And it's
I
not been the most pleasant thing
wonder.
to watch.
Yeah,
But they
because
could also be setting her up to be like she started off really strong, fucked up midway of the season and really let her inner saboteur get to her, and then something switched and like she starts dominating again. It could be that too.
why I'm like torn with Anya being the front runner. Not because I don't think Anya can do it, but I look at obviously the press tour, right? Like when they were doing it, none of the queens said Anya was competition. Yet when you look at they wasn't like, oh, who's my competition? Who's my competition? Right? Like none of them really was like, oh, Anya. At first it was like, Anya was a little standoffish. It took Anya a long time to warm up to the queens. But I'm not getting that from like the press tour and the actual season is not, they're not going hand in hand for me.
Yeah, I mean, do you think maybe the girls did that on purpose to kind of throw us off?
I don't know if they're smart enough to do misdirection. That's no shade.
Ugh.
Like, no, I don't think that was what it was. But like, no. Like this season is not following the typical playbook for a drag race season.
No,
And it
at
is fucking
all.
me up.
Oh, girl. Like
It's
I
fucking me
fully
up.
like even this last episode, I fully I did not think they were gonna like. I did not think Lydia was gonna win. I did not think Lana was gonna do good. Like I was fully convinced it was gonna be the same five girls doing good, and that was not the case. So this is definitely a very different season that we're used to.
Yes, because there on a normal season, there would have never been three queens with the same amount of wins up until this point.
And then three
No,
other queens who are like right behind them. Like
like
literally, one of them
no,
wins and becomes a front runner with them. Like any, like even there's what like episode was this? There's like four competitive episodes left.
yes,
They could
because
give.
we still have a makeover, we still have a girl group, right?
I'm
So
so mad
this
we have not gotten a girl group challenge yet.
we still have the girl group challenge. We still have a remix or like a remix of
Yeah,
like Ru's like
and we're
song,
getting an acting challenge next week.
and we have an acting challenge.
That's it. That's the four challenges left.
And then obviously the Lollapalooza because lately they've been having a Lollapalooza.
Yeah,
But that's with the eliminated queen.
yeah. I was gonna say I don't think that one really counts as the 401 unless they change it again. What was I gonna say? So they could give one more win to each of the three girls with the two wins and give a second win to one of the other girls. That'd be interesting. But you would
So
hate
who will
that.
be? I would hate that. And so out of the girls with the two wins, who is going to be the first queen with three wins?
I think it'll be Anya or Sam, not Susie. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's going to be Susie. I think we've capped Susie.
I think we've reached the end of Susie. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Susie stands.
I think we've capped Susie. I think we have an opportunity for Sam to get another win, but that's iffy.
I think
It may be like a
Sam.
makeover challenge, right? I think there's an opportunity
I
for
think she
Sam to
could,
get a makeover challenge.
or the girl group.
I don't know about the girl group because people wasn't going crazy over her talent show.
Talent show. That's
I think
true.
girl group just gives Jules. Like because we didn't
True.
get Jules to win the talent show, we got Susie to win that, right? Like so
True.
we need to get some redemption from Susie winning by tapping her way through a women's girl.
Okay, so you think if so, girl group, you think is going to Jules? I'd
I
give her a
think the girl
second
group
win.
has I think that would give Jules a second win.
Okay, what about the makeover? I
I
can see
think that
that
would
going to
give
Sam.
Sam a
A
third
third
win.
win.
Yes.
Acting.
That has to
I
be
can see.
Anya.
I was about to
Because
say it
Anya's
has
the
to go
only
to
one.
Anya.
Yeah.
And then what you think roommates? See that going to any of them, honestly.
It could be, yeah. Or the roommates will go to Jules and the girl group will go to Lexi.
I could see that, and
Yeah.
that would give. How
That
many
will give
does that
Lexi
would give?
two. That will give Lexi two. That'll give Jules two. That'll give Anya three and Sam three.
That'd be a sickening top four, girl, and the
And that's
closest
going
top
into the
four,
top four.
and
Yeah.
that'd be the closest top four ever. And how many of? Well, so far, Jules is the only one who's been the bottom.
Jules is the only one that's been in the bottom. Yeah, bottom two, yes.
Yeah.
But Sam has been low, Lexi has been low, and Jules has been the bottom. The only one that has not been in the bottom is Susie and Anya.
I just don't think I don't see Susie making the top four. I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's just I think Susie
Well,
is
she could surprise
capped.
us. I feel like Susie has reached the end of her storyline, and we are
Same.
now just gonna be watching the downfall of Susie.
And the reason why I say that is because now we're not getting Susie thinking that she's great. We're getting the queens thinking Susie is great. And so when that happens, it's like the queens are perceiving Susie to be great, and the fans are like, why? Because Susie's not even doing that great in the challenges.
Yeah,
But for
no.
some reason, they're pushing this narrative that Susie Toot is amazing.
Also,
And that to me is misdirection.
I also just think Susie's very delusional, which is
I
not always
mean,
the worst thing. But like,
Susie is a little delusional.
I loved it. This untucked when she was like, "Well, I didn't do that bad."
No, because Lexi was
I thought
like,
that
you
was
know how I
hilarious.
feel about my inner saboteur, like thinking that Susie is better than me. And Jules was like, well, Susie didn't even win the challenge. And Susie was like, well, I didn't do
I
that
couldn't
bad.
do that bad. I thought that was, I died. I think that was my favorite moment of Untucked.
Because she was like, why am I catching strays? Like, that's what it was.
Oh.
Susie was like, what the fuck did I do? Why am I catching the strays? Go.
I'm interested to see what our viewers think, though. Like, do you agree with what we're saying? Like, do you think the top four is going to be what we just said, with maybe Anya and Sam being the two front runners, and then Lexi and Jules coming in third and fourth?
Yeah.
Or do you guys
Because
think somebody
I
else is
know
going
for a
to
fact,
take the top four?
and in my spirit, that they are going to get a lip sync between Jules and Sam because we just
Oh, that
have
needs to
to.
happen. That needs to happen. That could. How many queens are left?
7.
That means we have four competitive episodes. I think that leaves room for non-elimination. Does that not?
It does leave room for a non-elimination.
If we're going
Yes,
into the if we're going into a top four at the finale.
if. But that's a big if we have a non-elimination because we already had 2 queens that got saved already.
True. True.
So, but this is season 17, so if they do a twist, two of the front runners will be in the bottom with each other.
And I think
It either could be
stories.
Anya versus Lexi, because that could be the matchup, because it could be,
I think
Tartgate all over again, or it could be the Tuck Dynasty in the
I
bottom.
think it's gonna be that, or I think it could also even be Lexi and Susie.
Or it could be Lexi and Susie, the inner saboteur.
Yeah, yeah. I think that one would also be good. Maybe Lexi sends Susie home.
Could be. Because I'm trying to figure out who would send Susie to home.
I feel like I don't know, actually.
I think it would be
I
Sam
think
Star.
I was about to say I think maybe Sam,
I
but we
think that would
haven't
probably
really
be Sam's
seen her
only.
lip sync. We haven't seen her lip sync.
Honestly, what would be amazing is if they put Sam in the bottom going into the finale when Sam has
Mhm.
been doing so well. And it is Sam versus Susie, and Sam eliminates Susie.
I think that would be good. But I
Because
think
that will piss off so many people, and I will love it.
I mean, yeah, we live for that. But I also then think that Anya maybe needs a bottom placement to kind of even that out. Or else she becomes a clear front runner.
I mean, it's possible. At this moment, I think she's becoming the clear
Girl,
frontrunner.
there's I mean, yeah,
I
like
don't
once
I don't see Anya Nerve being as multi-talented and multifaceted as she is, just getting a random bottom placement. Like I don't see
true.
that.
True. Unless she like really fucks up, or unless it's one of those situations where like she didn't even do bad. It was just there was like two other queens who did better than her, and like the only other placement is bottom placement.
Okay. Because I
Maybe.
look at it like this, right? We don't, based on storylines, we're not seeing Lydia. Lydia's story is over. She no longer has Corey King, so she's gone, right? If we want to keep that, there's no way that they're going to keep her story over somebody else in the competition. No. And then the second other person is Lana. We love Lana. She's a New York City queen. Obviously, New York City all day. But again, storyline, no.
What's the story?
Safe.
I guess. And I mean, there's only a certain point you can reach with that because after a while, there's no more safe.
Yes. So I'm looking at it like this, right? I think the only person who, well, anyone can eliminate Lydia, but no shade, but anyone can eliminate Lydia. So more than likely, it's going to be Lana versus Lydia. Lydia goes home. And then we need someone who is strong enough to take on Lana.
I think it has to be Lexi.
It will either be Alexi, right? Because we need somebody who's going to buck
Or
down, who's going to split galore. It's either Lexi or Jules. Or if they want to be spiteful and put Anya in the bottom, they
I
can
was gonna
put
say it
Anya
could
in the
be Anya,
bottom.
and they could give them like a soulful song, which I don't see Lana being able to do.
They're going to do something that is going to put Lana at a disadvantage
I fully
so that
agree.
she can't split and she can't do anything crazy.
Yeah, no, I think whatever song Lana gets eliminated to, it's gonna be an unfair advantage. It's gonna be like a body situation. They wanted that twink gone.
Well, Dawn, we love Dawn.
We do, but they want her gone. They're like, we're tired of you. Go home.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they had Q and Dawn, and both of them fit the same storyline. They both could
Yeah,
sew, they're both creative. They were just more invested in Q and her black scent.
it's my real her.
That's my real hair. She was like, ooh, Maya girl. Ooh, Maya girl. Yes. She was like, bro, you
Choices,
can't handle all this pussy.
choices.
I'm like, listen, I would love to have a conversation with Q. I just need to kiki with Q. Like, I want Q to talk like she is like Shaniqua from the projects. I need that. Like, that fed my soul, okay?
Like Miss Vivica Westwood in the middle of the night, in the middle of the Bronx, in the middle of the projects.
Yes, I need that.
No, she's still alive, bitch.
I thought
I
she
think she's
died.
still.
No, you
No, I'm
sure?
pretty sure she's still alive. Yeah, I think
I could have
I was
sworn
just
she
looking at her
had.
Instagram like a couple weeks ago.
You sure? I could have sworn
Yeah,
she
because
got like hate
I
crimes.
no, I just randomly think of her, or like something will randomly pop up in my head. I'll be like, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the Bronx, in the middle of the projects, or whatever the
She
fuck
was
she
so
said.
good. She was no.
Um,
That's literally what she said.
no, I
I thought
mean,
she died.
those words, yes, but I think slightly rearranged. No, I think
Yes.
I'm like 98% sure she's alive.
Damn. All right. Well, friends, there
All
you
right, we're
go.
filming.
You got a moment in which we went down the drag race conspiracy theories. And guess what? The struggle is real. So comment below. Use the hashtag #NoMaamQueen. Tag us. Who's winning season 17? Who you think is going home next? Did you agree with any of our conspiracy theories? Because there was a lot. We had a moment.
Girl, did you shut out and want us to shut up? Just let us know too.
Listen, there was a moment. We had one. It was there. We went down the Reddit rabbit hole of Drag Race conspiracy theories. That's how you can tell we're Drag Race super fans. But if you enjoyed the laughs, if you enjoyed the shade, if we had you saying no ma'am, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a single episode. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at No Ma'am the Podcast. And if you're listening to us on Apple, Spotify, or Heart Radio Podcasts, like, comment, and rate us 5 stars. Also, take a photo of you listening to the pod. Tag us. We're going to retweet it. We're going to repost it. Retweet it, yes, retweet it or repost. I don't say X because that's stupid. It's still
no.
Twitter. Fuck the patriarchy.
Patriarchy.
Oh, yes, that, right? But tag us, take a photo, tag us. We're going to make sure we repost it, put it on Instagram story. Tell your friend, if you are listening to us while you're jogging on the treadmill, while you're running on the elliptical, while you're doing your squats, while you're stretching, whatever it is, because we are seeing that our listeners are going up on Apple, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. So the girls are listening. So word of mouth is so important to us. Tell your friends, listen to No Man Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We really want to know what you're thinking. Tell us which episodes you like, which ones you don't. What can we fix? What can we tweak? Listen, we're all ears. We love feedback. Feedback is a gift. And as always, we'll have you saying no ma'am in no time. Bye.
Go stream Mayhem.
Oh, yes. Mayhem. Out.
Mayhem.
Out now. Yes.